All right, let's just dive right into this. I mean, we've all seen them, right? These promises of a complete, ready-made online business that's pretty much guaranteed to make you money overnight. Well, today we're going to deconstruct one of these business-in-a-box offers to figure out exactly how they work, what you actually get, and the business model that's really powering the whole thing.
And it almost always starts with a headline just like this one, which we pulled directly from the source material. It just explodes onto the page, right? It's designed to grab your attention, tap into a super hot trend, in this case, AI and automation, and basically offer you a golden ticket, a shortcut to profit from it all.
But that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? When you go to click that Buy Now button, what are you actually buying? I mean, is it expertise? Is it a physical, a digital product? Or is it just a license? That's exactly what we're here to figure out.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the big promise, this AI gold rush. Then, we'll decode the offer itself. After that, we'll get into what private label rights actually means. Then we'll look inside the business in a box to see what's there, and finally, we'll map out the whole PLR business model.
All right, first up, the AI gold rush. Let's explore that big, flashy promise. The entire sales pitch really leans into this idea that AI is the new digital gold rush. And this product, it's supposedly your pickaxe and shovel.
So the core promise here is pretty fascinating. It's not just about making a quick buck, it's about a total transformation. The seller claims you can profit instantly, you can dominate a booming niche, and you can establish yourself as an AI authority. And here's the real kicker. You can do all of this with zero prior experience. I mean, you can see why that's such a powerful hook.
Okay, so to really get what's being sold here, we have to understand the language they're using. So let's decode some of the key terms you'll find on the sales page.
So the whole product is built around this thing called Replit Agent 3. Is this super advanced AI system that can pretty much act like a software developer. It can code apps, debug, automate workflows, the whole 9 yards. So to be really clear here, the product you're buying isn't the AI itself. It's a course about how to use this AI.
And this brings us to the absolute engine of this entire business model. This is not a traditional product. Nope. It's built on a concept called private label rights, or as you'll see it, PLR.
So what on earth is PLR? Well, simply put, it's a license. When you buy a PLR product, you aren't just buying the book or the video course. You're buying the right to take that content that somebody else made, slap your own name and branding on it, change it up if you want, and then sell it as if you created it from scratch. It's kind of like buying a generic brand of cereal and putting it in your own fancy box.
And this flexibility, that's the key to why the PLR model is so appealing. The seller lays out all these things you can do. You can sell the ebook as a premium guide. You can use it as a lead magnet to build your email list. You could bundle it into other offers, convert the whole thing into a video course. You can even offer coaching based on the content or stick it into paid membership site. You basically own the content to slice, dice, and repurpose however you see fit.
Okay, so we've got the big promise, we understand the PLR business model, so now let's actually look inside the box. What are the specific digital goodies you get when you buy this thing?
First thing you'll see is the claimed total value. The seller assigns a whopping $5,000 value to this package. Now, this is a classic marketing move called value stacking, where they anchor this really high price in your head right from the get-go.
But then you see the actual price, $11.95. That huge, almost ridiculous gap between the claimed value and what you actually pay, that's totally by design. It's meant to make the offer feel like an absolute no-brainer, totally irresistible.
So, you might be asking yourself, how in the world do they get to that $5,000 figure? Well, they do it by assigning a really high value to every single piece of the package. The training guide, they say that's worth $1,500. The sales copy, $800, and on and on. Now, these valuations are usually based on what it might cost you to hire a professional to create all these things from scratch.
Okay, so let's strip away all those claimed values for a second. What's actually in the box? You get 5 HD training videos, a 121-page training guide. That's your core product. But then you also get all the marketing stuff you need to sell it. The sales copy, the sales video, professional graphics and banners, pre-written emails, even mini sites and legal pages, plus a few bonuses. It's literally a complete sales funnel all tucked into a digital folder.
Okay, so let's put this all together for the final section. How are you actually supposed to turn this folder of digital files into a real, profitable business?
Well, the source material breaks it down into 4 simple steps to profit. Step 1, download the product. Step 2, rebrand it with your name and logo. Step 3, upload it all to your website. And Step 4, start selling, and you keep 100% of the profits. You got to admit, the process itself sounds incredibly straightforward.
And this right here, this brings us to the most important point of this whole thing. There's a huge difference between the promise and the actual process. The promise is this big aspirational dream, right? Become an AI automation authority, an expert. But the process? Well, the process is way more practical. It's download, rebrand, and sell pre-made content.
And that really just leaves us with a final question to chew on. Look, this model is efficient, it's scalable, and it's definitely popular. But it really makes you think, doesn't it? In this digital age we live in, what's the real difference between creating value yourself from scratch and just getting really, really good at reselling value that someone else already created?